concert. Info at augustaarts.com/James Brown.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, First at 5.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Riley. Happening now out of Harlem, this video of a house fire coming into the newsroom in the last 45 minutes. This is on West Boundary Street. You can see the flames and heavy smoke pouring out from the top of the house, and we're still working to find out if anyone is or was inside, if anyone's hurt, or how this fire started. We are making calls at the moment. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Also, a developing story out of Columbia County. Take a look at this video. A train slams into the front of an 18-wheeler. This is just off Washington Road. All of this caught on camera. The driver was seen running away moments before the train plowed into that truck. This happened just after 2:40 or so this afternoon in front of Club Car in Evans. The sheriff's office confirms the driver is okay. I'll take you live to that scene, live at 5. The train just starting to move in the last 15 minutes or so. We're told the 18-wheeler did spill oil and fuel. You can see it still there on scene, kind of pushed off to the side, and the damage done to that cab. Luckily, the driver was able to get out.
And the driver almost got hit just a few steps away from the semi when he jumped out at the last second.
You can see it in that video where he runs away.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, the fire department is working now to clean all of that up, that oil, that gasoline that spilled. Hazmat crews also on the scene. Columbia County says there was a water line break, so they're working to fix that too. So a bit of a mess out there. Still not clear what the train was carrying. CSX says they're supporting local police while they investigate, but of course we've got a crew out there. We'll let you know of any more developments.
More than 23,000 cars travel through Horizon South Parkway in Columbia County each day. That's according to a study by Columbia County.
Now crews are clearing the way for 2.5-year widening projects to ease some congestion there. Live at 5 News 12's Nick Beelan is at Horizon South Parkway, where traffic, it's an all too familiar experience for drivers in that area, Nick.
Oh, definitely, Meredith. And you can see the traffic cones behind me, and they continue down this stretch for another mile into Grovetown, and there's a consistent flow of traffic you can see behind me as this widening project just got underway around the end of February, and the construction starts where the 4 lanes merge down into 2, and right now crews are just clearing the outside of the area. They're also marking utilities and prepping for what will soon be 4 lanes with a median and select turn lanes throughout. Blake Rice lives in Grovetown and has driven through Horizon South Parkway over the last 8 years. He says traffic gets backed up for miles every day.
Bottlenecking here at the red light due to construction work, and it'll back up 2 to 3 miles into Grovetown, so it's causing quite the congestion. They have cut a cut-through road that goes over the Wrightsboro Road, but that doesn't seem to be really catching any of the traffic at all. So it's been hectic with all the road work, but it's coming along.
And coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll hear more from Blake Rice about a business he just opened along Horizon South Parkway, and also learn more about the timeline of this project.
All right, a lot of people interested when that will finish. Thanks, Nick. A push to ban abortion from conception in South Carolina, that is done for the year.
The 5 female members of the state Senate banded together this week to filibuster that bill and ultimately kill it today. State House reporter Mary Green has the details.
Earlier this year, the House of Representatives passed a ban on abortion from conception. This week, the Senate began debating that bill, though the Senate Republican leader had repeatedly said there was not enough support in his chamber to pass as restrictive a bill as that one. That indeed proved to be the case this week, and that bill will go no further this year.
I think we all knew this is kind of where we were headed. But look, we wanted to give it a best shot. We gave it our best shot.
That shot fell short up against the 5 women in the 46-member state Senate. The 3 Republicans, 1 Democrat, and 1 independent senator took turns leading a 2-day filibuster on the bill to ban abortion from conception in South Carolina.
This is certainly not a political issue. This is a human rights issue. It's an issue of women's rights, privacy rights, family rights, and certainly partisan politics should not have anything to do with it.
They were joined by every other Democratic senator and 3 Republican men to vote Thursday afternoon afternoon to end debate on the abortion ban from conception for the rest of this year. That kills the bill for now.
And the fight continues. It's an ongoing battle. And we just do what we have to do to protect the women and girls of our state.
Abortion is currently legal in South Carolina before about 20 weeks into a pregnancy. Earlier this year, the Senate passed a 6-week ban, and to this point, the House of Representatives has been unwilling to take that bill up. Senate Republican leader Shane Massey is urging House Republicans to do that now, with just 6 days left in this year's legislative session.
It's up to the House now. I'm hoping that they will save as many lives as possible, but it's going to take House action to do that. They've got enough time to get it done.
Here's what Speaker of the House Merle Smith said Wednesday when asked what his chamber would do next.
I can tell you the House is always going to evaluate its options in protecting life. And so, we're not committing anything and we're not foreclosing on anything. The only commitment we have is we have a commitment in this body to protect life.
If this week's events look familiar, it's because they are. During a special session here last fall, those same 5 female senators led the efforts to stop the Senate from passing an abortion ban from conception. Since then, the South Carolina legislature has failed to enact tighter abortion restrictions. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
And during that same time, other states in the Southeast have passed more restrictive bans on abortion. DHEC data shows the number of residents from other states seeking abortions in South Carolina has skyrocketed since then.
South Carolina lawmakers are also considering a few bills that could allow alcohol sales on Sundays. There are several ways this could go. One bill would pass the choice on to voters. Another would allow some type of alcohol sales. And one would create a constitutional amendment to allow alcohol sales between 7 p.m. and 9 a.m.
Well, bringing new life to cold cases. Tomorrow, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp will sign HB 88, also known as the Coleman-Baker Act. It will allow families of homicide victims to request law enforcement to review cold cases after 3 years. It's named after 2 Georgia cold cases, Rhonda Coleman, who was murdered in Hazelhurst in 1990, and Tara Baker, a University of Georgia law student who was murdered in Athens in 2001. The bill passed both the House and Senate unanimously. Riley?
Well, we are tracking a lot of heavy rain and thunderstorms heading towards us here in Augusta and already impacting some of the CSRA. Have an update on rain chances the rest of tonight and even into the weekend just after the break.
Take a look at this. Tons of hail coming down in Richmond Hill, Georgia yesterday. Just pouring down there.
It looks like salt.
From the roof. Yeah, it does.
Or like snow or something, like a blizzard. That's crazy looking.
That is a pile of ice.
Riley, the question is, will we be seeing any hail with these upcoming storms? We don't want anything like that.
Hell no.
That was
bad.
There you go, Bear. Good pun right there. Hey, we actually did have some intense thunderstorms out there yesterday. Started in Effingham County, made its way just west of Savannah on that I-95 corridor. They high chance to see rain, and we'll be starting to get breezy as well. Rain finally clears out past the weekend, but staying cooler and breezier as we head into early next week.
Thanks, Riley. A miracle is how doctors describe a 20-year-old student's recovery after he was hit by a car. Recently, William Sibley reunited with the trauma and ICU team who kept him alive.
Andrew Fancher was there for that heartwarming meeting.
Like, I can read and see and hear, like, how many people and, like, helped me and what happened, but I don't think I'll ever really fully understand how close I was to death.
This is the moment William Sibley and his family were reunited with the Prisma Health team who saved his life last February. Sibley says he was crossing the intersection of Bluff and South Stadium Road when a car hit him, tossing him 60 feet.
In trauma, there's some procedures that are in the books, and then there's procedures that you just have to come up with.
Dr. Chris Watson was in the surgical trauma ICU at Prisma Health Richland Hospital the night Sibley arrived. Sibley's lungs were punctured and an artery in his neck was on the verge of inducing a massive stroke. His leg bone remained exposed for 8 days as the trauma team worked to relieve swelling in his brain.
We had an understanding that we might be walking into a situation where he's been kept alive for us to have our final goodbyes and to authorize organ donation.
With daily prayer, Sibley pulled through, spending nearly a month at Prisma's surgical trauma ICU before regaining memory at a rehab hospital in D.C.
Like, I was supposed to work the 2022 Masters tournament in Augusta, and then the accident happened and I had to miss it. And I remember watching tournament from my hospital bed, and it kind of, that was the first thing that really sunk in. I was like, wow, I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to work the tournament, and now I don't know if I'll ever even be able to return to school or leave my house.
He missed the remainder of his spring semester at USC, set out the fall semester, and returned as a sophomore this January.
And it's amazing he just took exams today, just a year later. Even years and years later, a lot of people can't even balance a checkbook or something like that.
I'm really not supposed to be here. And like, I know, like, I could say that all I want, but I'm really, really not supposed to be here.
Wow, Sibley says he's hesitant to use the word miracle to describe his survival, but friends and family familiar with his road to recovery say there's just no other way to explain it.
Well, the program is changing the lives of prisoners in one county. How the secret to lowering the number of people who return to jail might be technology. Stick around.
First alert.
Most of us use our smartphones or our tablets for hours a day, whether to make calls, listen to podcasts, read the news, or just to learn something new.
And now inmates at a Gwinnett County jail in Georgia have new tools designed to better prepare them for life after release. Chelsea Beamforce shows us how these special inmate tablets work.
Have all the different apps you can do, Khan Academy, the phone app.
Jason Benson is serving time at the Gwinnett County Jail for drug possession.
Relapsed after 4 years and ended up going back to jail.
He does not want to end up here again, and he believes a new tool, the new tablet the jail staff gave him earlier this month, can help.
They have math. They have classes on classes.
Gwinnett County Sheriff Kivo Taylor says about 480 inmates have access to the controlled devices, which come with educational programs, podcasts, an online law library, and access to video chat with family and friends.
What we want to do here in Gwinnett County is put a positive spin on this particular time for them. Give them all of the resources that we can to make sure, that they're, once they get out of here, that they're productive. And that they don't come back.
Sheriff Taylor says the expanding tablet program comes at no cost to taxpayers. The devices were upgraded by the communications company they've been contracted with for years. But friends and family members must pay to set up calls or video chats just like they would for a regular jail phone call.
This is a self-funded program.
A program with the potential to set inmates up for success once they walk free.
I want to never come back. I want to help be there with my family and raise my kids. And that's what I'm missing out on now.
And Benson says he's also been using his tablet to listen to podcasts about addiction, which help him cope and learn to overcome his problem. Riley?
Well, for the rest of this evening, we are tracking heavy rain, the chance for a few storms Friday, and then another round of widespread heavy rainfall by Sunday. Now, a quick look at the forecast just after the break. And we are back with our latest winner for our Plunkett Heating and Air Sunshade giveaway. Big congratulations to Susan Norvell from Augusta, Georgia. To get your own sunshade, just go to WRDW.com, click on contest, and you can enter your email right there. Now look at that forecast for you just after a quick break.
The Jeep Celebration event in Waynesboro means big savings and selection. With financing as low as 0% on Jeep Compass. Take the short drive on 25 and we'll save you time and money. GoodToGoWaynesboro.com.
I'm a journey. Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's the Jeep Celebration event at Waynesboro. From Wranglers to Grand Cherokees, get interest rates as low as 0%. Save over $3,000 on Jeep Gladiators. Take the short drive on 25 and we'll save you time and money. GoodToGoWaynesboro.com.
Welcome back, folks. Here's a live look at our First Alert Radar Network. We are tracking widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms heading towards us here in Augusta. A